Good morning. It's Thursday, August 13th. Here's what's making news today. An arrest has been made in the death of a 21-year-old man who was stabbed to death over the weekend.
I'm Emily Huang reporting live in Hamilton. A new report shedding some light on the fatal dangers of electric scooters. We'll have the details coming up.
A walk to Jimenez and a bases-loaded walk to Clement, then the Springer sac fly. And Straw lights it hard up the alley in left center, and it's going to the wall.
And the Jays explode in the 8th inning, making it 3 straight wins.
Good morning. Happy Thursday Eve. We're almost at the finish line. It's felt like a long week, but we had a splash of rain yesterday. We had some hot temperatures yesterday, a little bit of sun. We had pretty much everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Yes, and today we're going to have the sun. Yay!
Nice.
Well, a little bit of cloud cover, but still a pretty nice day today. So we're looking at the sunshine for the day. Temperature should hit about 27 degrees, so not a bad day. I mean, it's not going to be hot and sticky, but we'll have a humidex into the 30s, just into the low 30s for the day today. But yeah, lovely sunshine. Now, we do have a fog advisory in effect right now. It's not too foggy in the city, but higher elevations, outlying areas, yeah, there was some fog for me coming in this morning. So be careful. You could be hitting some fog patches in your commute today. Temperature right now is sitting at 17 degrees. The sky is clear, but yeah, there's that ground fog to contend with. We'll talk about the forecast in a sec. First of all, let's have a look at traffic here this morning. The 403 is doing okay. That's our camera right around Waterdown Road, so nothing to see there. Uh-oh, yes, we have a problem right off the get-go here. All right, let's have a look at this camera. This is the QEW at Fairview Street. So you're looking at Toronto-bound lanes going to the right, to Niagara-bound lanes heading away from us to the left. We have it looks like a vehicle right up on the guardrail into the median there. It's a single vehicle problem, single vehicle collision, if you want to call it that. But the vehicle is on its roof, and it's sitting right there in the median. We've got 2 lanes blocked with emergency crews. They're going to have to get some kind of tow there to get that righted and get out of there. So it's a little bit of a slowdown. It's not too busy as far as QEW traffic Niagara-bound is concerned, but it's a real visual distraction for Toronto-bound lanes coming towards us. That's the only problem that we have right now. So we'll monitor that. We'll look at the forecast in detail coming up right now at the news.
Thank you, Brian. 3 days after the fatal stabbing of 21-year-old Zenon Roussel, Hamilton police say a 26-year-old man has been arrested. Kyle Dumont MacArthur was in court yesterday and is facing a second-degree murder charge. The arrest comes a few days after a taxi driver reportedly found Roussel injured around 2:30 Sunday morning. Police say he was transported to the hospital where he later died. There were 4 witnesses to the stabbing who police say arrived at the scene of the attack in a vehicle.
Now we have his mother grieving, his entire family grieving, and his mother now has to explain to his baby sister why he isn't coming home. It was a senseless tragedy.
Police say this remains an active investigation and continue to ask anyone who might have information or video surveillance footage of the incident to come forward.
Niagara police have identified the human remains discovered during a demolition of a property in Niagara Falls back in 2023. Forensic testing has identified the deceased as Brenda Marie LeBlanc, who was born in 1963. Police are investigating her death as a homicide. They have determined that Brenda lived in both Niagara Falls and St. Catharines in the 1990s. Police say the building operated as a multi-unit rental residence until around 2018. They say that unhoused people may have taken shelter there since 2018. Detectives are asking anyone who knew Brenda LeBlanc in the 90s or any of her friends and associates to call the homicide unit.
The province's Special Investigations Unit is investigating the death of a 28-year-old woman in Hamilton. Police say they received a call about a woman on the train tracks near the Hamilton GO station at around 1:30 Tuesday morning. The woman was located, but she crossed the tracks and left the area as officers were trying to talk to her. The SIU says a couple of hours later, a CN freight train hit the woman, who was then pronounced dead at the scene. The SIU is asking anyone with information to contact them.
Halton police are asking for the public's help identifying 3 men seen entering an Oakville business where 43-year-old Baljit Bali Toki of Oakville was found dead. This is the video showing 3 men entering Montaggio Custom Tailoring, located on Lakeshore Road East. One of the men is described as a white male with a slim build and over 6 feet tall. The 2 others are described as black males, both with slim builds and shorter than the first man. All 3 suspects were seen arriving and leaving in a black Kia Forte. If you have any information, please call Halton Police.
Niagara police have recovered 3 firearms and charged 4 people in connection with a weapons investigation in Niagara Falls. Police seized a sawed-off shotgun, a revolver, and rifle. 32-year-old Malachi Dilks, 30-year-olds Crystal Wallace, and 59-year-old Tracy Wintmute, all from Niagara Falls, are facing several charges, including careless storage of a firearm, possessing a loaded gun, and possessing firearms without holding a license. 30-year-old Jordan Wallace is facing similar charges as well.
The fatal dangers of electronic scooters now has a number, according to a new joint report by the Canadian Pediatric Surveillance Program and the Canadian Public Health Agency. Emily Huang joins us live at Bayfront this morning in Hamilton with the details. Good morning, Emily.
Good morning, Simone. Now you can see I am stationary right now, but I'm one of the Bird e-scooters. This started as a pilot project in the city of Hamilton in 2020, if you may remember. And riders are able to scan QR codes and take these for a ride as they wish. Now, the report that you're referring to found that 10 children in 2025 across Canada died from e-scooter related injuries, and 6 of them are from the province of Ontario. The same study also found that 12 were admitted to intensive care units and 26 treated in hospitals for more than 2 days.
We're seeing more and more severe injuries. So while injuries can be minor, little scrapes and cuts that just need a few stitches, we're seeing major head injuries requiring admission to our intensive care unit and sometimes even long-term rehabilitation. The most common demographic of kids that we see are preteens, aged 10 to 12, and most of them are boys. And the vast majority are not wearing helmets.
The specifics of the regulations by municipality can vary, but overall e-scooter regulations in the province fall under the Highway Safety Act. And in the city of Hamilton, riders must be 16 years or older. Parents whose children under 16 who ride e-scooters can be held liable under the act. Anyone under the age of 18 must also wear helmets while operating e-scooters. And e-scooters in Hamilton are not permitted on sidewalks, crosswalks, of course, highways, and most trails unless posted otherwise. They are, however, permitted on roads where speed limits are under 50 kilometers an hour. Riders must be standing up, which means no seats must be attached to the scooter, and they must not be under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Now, those specific regulations I just highlighted for the city of Hamilton, not all of those are public knowledge, especially the fact that under 16 years old, you're not allowed on one at all. And this is exactly what the report that was published today is aiming to highlight: the need to coordinate public policy as well as educate the public on these laws and regulations surrounding e-scooters. For now, I'll send things back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Emily. Hamilton Mayor Andrea Horwath has revealed that she's a survivor of intimate partner violence. The disclosure comes amid a dispute over a rundown rental property on West Avenue the mayor owns. It's currently occupied by her former partner and is before the Property Standards Committee. Horwath had appealed a ruling made by the committee that required her to do major repairs on the unit. In a statement released by her office, the mayor writes, "The truth is that I left an abusive relationship, and after criminal harassment charges and a no-contact order, I did what many survivors do. I kept my distance." The mayor says she understands she's responsible for the property as the legal owner and is committed to seeing it through, but adds she is disappointed with the committee's decision.
A reception-style event held in Hamilton last night featured all 5 Ontario Liberal leadership candidates. Dylan Mirando, Stephanie Bowman, Eric Lombardi, Navdeep Bains, and Lee Fairclough shared their visions for the future of the party. The event was held at the Art Gallery of Hamilton. The party is conducting an online leadership election rather than a traditional convention. Online voting runs from November 9th to November 20th, and the winning candidate will be announced on November 21st.
left for dead by some baseball pundits, the Blue Jays are making a late season run at a playoff spot.
A walk to Jimenez and a bases loaded walk to Clement, then the Springer sac fly. Now Straw lines it hard up the alley in left center, and it's going to the wall. Jimenez will come in, Clement right behind him, and it's 6-1.
The Jays exploded for 5 runs in the 8th inning, highlighted by Miles Straw's 2-run double as Toronto beat Boston 6-4. The Red Sox have now lost 5 straight, matching their longest losing streak of the season. Kaz Okamoto sparked the offense in the 8th with a single that scored Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from second base. The Blue Jays have won 3 in a row and 11 of their last 16. And they sit a game and a half now out of the last wildcard spot in the AL. Louis Varland got the final 2 outs for his 26th save in 27 chances. And Jose Soriano, making his second start with Toronto, allowed 1 run on 4 hits over 6 innings. The Toronto Tempo's losing streak has hit double digits. Paige Beckers scored all 22 of her points in the second half to guide the Dallas Wings past Toronto 94-88, ending the expansion Tempo their 10th consecutive loss. Marina Mabry scored 23 points for Toronto, who cut the Wings' lead down to 4 points in the final minute, but Dallas held on for the win. Hamilton's Kia Nurse chipped in with 16 points for the Tempo. The Canadian Elite Basketball League has scrapped its plan for a 3-game championship series after Game 1 was called off due to unsafe playing conditions. The Winnipeg Sea Bears and Brampton Honey Badgers tipped off last night at Brampton's CAA Center, but play was suspended early in the first quarter because of condensation on the court. After speaking with both teams, game officials, and venue staff, the league decided to cancel the game. The league now says the championship will be decided in a single game to be held in Winnipeg on Saturday. The Los Angeles Lakers are being sold for the second time in a year. After buying the franchise last October for $10 billion, Mark Walter is selling the NBA powerhouse to businessmen Bob Iger and Josh Kushner for a record-breaking $12.5 billion. There's also a conspiracy theory that the Trump administration's fraud investigation into Walter may have played a role in this deal. It would benefit the brother of Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, after Josh's plan to buy part of FIFA fell apart. After 18 seasons in the NBA, Russell Westbrook has announced his retirement. The 37-year-old was a 9-time All-Star with the Thunder, Rockets, Wizards, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, and Kings. Westbrook holds the single-season and career record for triple-doubles. And while he never won an NBA title, he'll go down as one of the best point guards in history and is sure to be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Finals are now set at the National Bank Open in Toronto and Montreal. Former world number 1 Iga Swiatek will meet Elena Rybakina for the women's title. Swiatek ousted Alina Svitolina in 3 sets to advance, while Rybakina also went the distance with Coco Gauff before knocking off the American. On the men's side, Brandon Nakashima beat Rafael Jodar 7-6, 6-4, and defending champion Ben Shelton Breeze passed Lerner Teen 6-2, 6-3. Canada opened the Pan-Pacific Swimming Championships with 5 medals, including a gold by Saskatoon's Blake Tierney in the men's 100-meter backstroke and a silver in the women's 200-meter freestyle by Canadian phenom Summer McIntosh. And the Canadian senior men's and women's flag football teams begin play today at the World Championships in Dusseldorf, Germany.
All right, 6:13 on the 13th morning of August. It's a Thursday morning. Let's get you into it. Traffic, first of all. No problems 403 and Waterdown Road area, doing fine. No problems right around Hamilton, the length, the Red Hill Valley Parkway, all lightly traveled at the moment. Let's go right to the situation that we have on the QEW. Now, there is some progress being made here. So this is the, let me set the scene. It's the QEW camera at Fairview Street. So it's Niagara-bound lanes heading away from us, Toronto bound towards us. So what we're looking at is that vehicle that's on the tow. Now look at the guardrail in the center there. Look at the damage on that. That vehicle was on its roof on top of that guardrail. So the tow has got it off of the guardrail onto the lanes. So hopefully that'll get cleared pretty quickly. Then of course they're going to have to do guardrail repairs there. We've got 2 left lanes blocked as you come around from Brant Street and head toward the Skyway Bridge, but obviously a big visual distraction for the Toronto-bound lanes coming off the Skyway Bridge going past Fairview. And that's the way it looks back at north of 2, approaching that problem. And this is all just slowdowns because everybody's slowing down to have a look at what's going on the other side. But at least we're getting some movement there. Hopefully that vehicle will get out of there fairly quickly. Everything else is moving fine this morning. All right, let's get to what we have temperature-wise right now. Temperature at the moment is sitting at 17, which is where we started the day yesterday at 17 degrees. Then we dipped to 16. But the sky is partly cloudy at the moment. Winds are light. Humidity is right up there. So we do still have a fog advisory. Could be some fog patches around. But here's a look at the air quality risk for the day today in the low risk category, but it goes from 3 to 2, so conditions get a little bit better for the afternoon today. Well, we have, again, that frontal boundary staying to the south of us, but we're going to get some sunshine for the day today. We'll start off with a fairly sunny sky, bit of cloud cover for the latter part of the day, fairly clear overnight, and then we'll see more sunshine, but a little bit for the day tomorrow. It's going to be a mainly cloudy sky, and then gorgeous day on Saturday as we get into another August weekend. But today our temperatures will range right around 27 degrees. Factor in the humidity, it'll feel like about 31. So sunshine today to partly cloudy skies. Tonight, as I said, mainly clear to just a few clouds, temperatures 16 to 18 degrees. And then tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures a little less, 26 degrees. And we'll have some sun, but a lot of cloud cover for the day tomorrow. Quick check of what we have right now. Stepping out the door, temperature right now 17. It is partly cloudy. Long range coming up. Simone, Rick.
Thank you, Brian. Coming up after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily. She'll have a preview of what's ahead in Chit Chat this morning. And in business news, TELUS invests millions in St. Catharines. We'll have more on where the money is going right after the break. Good morning, Emily Vukovic. What is coming up in Chit Chat this morning?
Hi, good morning, guys. We'll take a look at the very first trailer for Verity, the movie adaptation of Colin Hoover's best-selling thriller.
I'm very excited for this one.
Yeah,
I read that book.
Did you?
I did.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a big author around the newsroom. I've seen her books on many a news desk. And apparently, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are not too old as they're teaming up again for Lethal Weapon number 5.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot like 3 and 4. I know there was 1 and 2.
I didn't even know there was multiples. So there we go, there's 5.
And apparently this has been in the works for like years.
Yeah, since 2007.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. And later on this morning, remember Raygun? The Australian Olympian who competed in breakdancing, I guess it's called breaking, is getting her own documentary.
Are you going to show us your moves later too, Em?
100%.
Okay.
I've got the carpet already. I'm good to go.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Emily. Business news this morning. The Canadian dollar is down to 71.66 cents U.S. Gold also down $43 U.S. an ounce. And oil is down as well, $1.02 to $82.26 U.S. a barrel. Midday trading in Europe is mixed this hour.
Only Tokyo posted gains by the end of trading today in Asia. A mixed day on the key North American markets Wednesday, with the TSX closing the day up with 186 points.
TELUS has announced it is investing $3.6 million in St. Catharines to boost productivity and support the local and broader Canadian economy. The money will be used to support and strengthen network reliability for residents and businesses. TELUS says it is committed to spending $24 billion in Ontario through 2030.
Costco Canada is warning shoppers about a yogurt recall over possible mold contamination. The recall affects the Greek Gods honey yogurt and organic yogurt plain sold in 2 650-gram containers. The products may have been purchased at Costco warehouses or business centers between June and August. Honey yogurt with best before dates through September 15th and organic yogurt plain dated through September 13th are affected. Customers are asked to not eat the recalled yogurt and return it to any Costco warehouse for a full refund.
Google has unveiled its latest Pixel phones with slimmer camera designs, more powerful zoom, and new AI features. The company says the upgrades are designed to help users get things done with fewer taps and swipes, while encouraging more people to use Google's AI tools. The new lineup includes the Pixel 11, Pixel 11 Pro, and Pixel 11 Pro XL, starting at around $1,200 Canadian. The Pixel Pro Fold starts at $1,900. That's a $140 increase across the lineup from last year. Quick break, and Brian is going to be back with your update on your morning commute and the 7-day forecast. Stay with us.
Good morning. 6:24 is the time on this Thursday morning. One problem on the QEW at the moment. It is clearing. We did have all kinds of emergency crews here on the scene, but most of them have left. Just one emergency vehicle there. The tow is on the scene. You can see we've got the vehicle up on the tow. Notice the damaged guardrail right where that person is walking. That's where the car was. The car was on its roof, sitting on the guardrail. So they're trying to do a bit of a cleanup here, but hopefully that'll be cleared pretty quickly, and we can get, that's the Niagara-bound lanes of the QEW heading away from us. Toronto-bound, it's a big visual distraction as people watch what's going on the other side. But as you can see, and then they're going to have to fix that guardrail. Hopefully they'll be able to get those lanes cleared up pretty quickly. It's still a bit of a slowdown as you go back a camera north of 2 for that visual distraction, but hopefully that'll clear soon. That's all we've got right now. So let's get to our temperatures that we have starting off this morning. 17 degrees for Hamilton, as well for Mississauga, 18 for Grimsby and for Toronto. Sun sleeping in a little longer this morning. Sun is up at 6:22, so it came up about 3 minutes ago. That's going down at 8:26. Seasonal temperatures, records for today. Seasonal's now 25 degrees for a daytime high, and that's where we were yesterday. We had some sunshine later in the day, so it turned out to be a fairly nice day. But today, 27 with a humidex of 31. We'll see sun to start and then a little bit of cloud cover for the afternoon. 18 overnight tonight, tomorrow 26, humidex 27, so a comfortable day. We'll have a mainly cloudy day though, and then into Saturday it's sunny and 25. Showers for Sunday, sunshine for Monday, and more sunshine as you head into the beginning of next week, Tuesday into Wednesday. That's your forecast. Simone, Rick.
Thank you, Brian. Move over Fat Bear Week. There's a new chonky contender in town, Fat Marmot Week.
Colorado's Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory is pitting marmot against marmot as the public votes for the fattest rodent starting August 24th. Now, just like Fat Bear Week, these yellow-bellied marmots pack on the pounds over summer, preparing for months of hibernation, of course. But the competition is more than just about laughs. Scientists say the Marmot Project is one of the longest-running studies of its kind. It dates back to 1962, but funding has become increasingly difficult. So researchers are trying to get creative. They've even launched an Only Marms account, raising about $6,000 so far. And now they're hoping Fat Marmot Week gets even more eyes on the science. I was saying
Look at the little coat.
I'd never heard of a marmot before, and now we've talked about it twice this month. So now I'm going to have to keep up with how fat these marmots get.
I guess so. I'm not sure how fat they do get.
I thought they were more squirrel-like. They look groundhog-like.
Yes, very much so. It's almost like a mix of squirrel and groundhog at the same time.
Just little chunky guys.
All right, stay with us. More to come after the break here on Morning Live. Good morning.
I wonder where they're going to be hibernating.
Yeah, they should do Fat Cat Week. That would be a
Yes.